Today's disability benefit tip is never sign a severance agreement that can waive your disability benefits. Hi, I'm attorney Gregory Dell, and I'm here with attorney Cesar Gavidia. And Cesar, all too often we have people that are without a doubt eligible for long-term disability benefits, and they either are leaving their job or they're being asked to leave or there's a scaling down. And one of the reasons they're being asked to leave is because their performance has really been suffering, likely because of their medical condition. And the company asks them to sign a severance agreement to represent their termination from the company. And sometimes this also happens when somebody goes on disability anyhow, but the company gives them a severance agreement anyhow because they want that employee to waive any kind of rights they may have or any potential cause of action against the employer. But a lot of people don't realize that in that severance agreement, they're potentially waiving their right to disability benefits. So how often do you see this happen, and how does this come about?
It's actually a very common thing. So like you said, I mean, typically, it may not even be necessarily a situation where, they've been suffering, their performance has been suffering, or they're scaling down. Sometimes when they're on disability, the employer, at some point after the FMLA period expires, they're going to be likely looking to replace them, and they'll be terminating their position. And they can present them with a severance agreement at that time. The problem with these severance agreements is that they often release or waive any rights you have under any employee benefit plans and policies that you have with that employer. So even though the insurance company isn't specifically named there, by releasing the employer, you are also releasing the insurance company. So it's really, really important that what you do is you include a carve-out provision. Now, you probably will need legal counsel and legal advice to get through that. But what you want is that carve-out agreement to say, basically, that any benefits that you have under your disability plans with that employer are basically carved out of that release, okay? They're not waived, they're not released from that severance agreement. Typically, that's sufficient to protect your benefits, but that's really, really critical, because if you sign that severance agreement without that type of carve-out, the insurance company, if they deny your claim, and they could certainly deny it at that point and say, that's it, you release this, but if they go through the process of reviewing it and they deny it or terminate it at some point down the road, you will not be able to bring a lawsuit against them. It'll get dismissed from court, because there is case law, there is precedent that does say that if you sign a severance agreement without that type of carve-out, you abandon and release your benefits.
So that's a great tip and could be catastrophic for somebody if they were to sign the severance agreement. So I always recommend that if a claimant is in this situation, they can contact our law firm. We're happy to review their severance agreement and help them through this process to make sure they don't jeopardize their benefits. If you have a long-term disability claim, no matter where you live in the country, feel free to contact Cesar, myself, or any of our team of long-term disability attorneys. We'll always provide you with an initial free consultation. You can call us immediately by calling the number below or submitting a free consult on our website. We also welcome you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we've put out hundreds of videos just like this where we provide helpful tips for you about long-term disability claims. We believe that the more you know about the disability insurance claim process, the better position you're going to be in to secure your benefits. So if we can help you to protect your long-term disability benefits in the future, we look forward to the opportunity to help you.